Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus, Wiley. Ooh, gotta thank y'all for your viewership on Brinks TV and Reese TV and your membership. Wiley's World YouTube, Friday Swag away. Look at that. Ding, 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 ding. That's gonna be your book right there. Best-selling book right there, Never Shut Up. Name of this show. That's how good that book was. Oh, man. But you know what it is right now. It's time to get into Wiley's World and to bring on Mikey P. I heard he landed yesterday, sometime after the show. So let's see if Mikey P is here. Mikey P, you here? Yeah. Let me stop doing that. Mikey P is not here, dog. Mikey P got the week off because Marcellus, Wiley, me, is in the tropics. And I'm in them tropics and it's so hot that, let me just tell you, this tropical storm came through and wiped out the internet. So we doing this gangster style. So all good, because I got Mikey P's notes right here. And Mikey P, yeah, with me, big dog in heart and spirit. Let's do it right here. So his first question is, Marcellus, Clippers are gauging Paul George's trade value and are giving real consideration to the idea of disassembling the Kawhi Leonard-Paul George tandem. As a Clipper fan, do you think this will be a good move for the franchise? Yes, I think it would be. Let me talk about why. Because I'm not just the only Clipper fan who has thought this. I'm not the only Clipper fan that has said this, but it affects the organization as well, your trust. We just don't have a reliable team, and it starts at the top in terms of health. That's it, not game. This is not personal about their game. This is just professional about your health. You are not healthy enough, one of you two. And I ain't even saying it's Paul George yet. The story is, not me yet. But I don't know. I can't see him going back, running it back again and really inspiring the troops. So I think it's time to break this up and see what we can build around one of them. If not, we're going to have to blow this up. Seriously, both of them got to go. Oh, man, it's just unreal what's happening. What would you recommend if it were up to you? Keep both, blow it up, and rebuild. Well, kind of addressed that, but I can't lose both. I can't lose Kawhi, man. The last thing I want to do is be the Spurs, see Kawhi go somewhere else and do it. You're like, God dang. Paul George look, he's just not Kawhi. Doesn't mean Paul George ain't sick, because he is sick. But they're both sick when it comes to the playoffs. I'm talking about they're hurt. They're not healthy. So I would keep Kawhi. I can't lie. I got to figure it out. Now, I've heard the knee is shredded. I've heard Kawhi ain't right. We've all heard it or seen it. I mean, dude took a year and a half off and still couldn't finish a playoff run. So, if you were forced to keep one of these injury-prone stars and trade the other, who you keeping, who you trading? Just answer that, Mikey P. You never listen. Golly. All right, so let's get to the second one. Bucs linebacker Lavonte David made some interesting comments yesterday about the new look Bucs offense. They're giving us great looks, something that we haven't seen in a while. Oh, God. Let me dab off on it. Oh, I hate when people get new systems. I don't even got to read the questions, Mikey P. Every year somebody's in a new system and all of a sudden this is the best thing. I mean, we've been starving for something like this. Then they go out there and win 4 games. You'd be like, what? Oh, man. But when you get something new, you're thinking it's the finest, best thing ever. Don't we, fellas? Everybody does, right? So my first thought, he's asking, is he taking a shot at Tom Brady, Byron Leftwich, or even Bruce Arians? I think he's taking a shot at all of them in weird ways, because the quote, if you read into it more, he's talking about how Byron Leftwich and BA's offense both were taking deep shots, right? Down the field. And now they're taking what the defense gives them. So they're dinking and dunking a little more Tom Brady style, but it's a good blend out there. He says the offense is taking what they give them, and it's been real competitive out there. This is just, y'all know what this is. He's just happy he got a new look at something. And he's like, wow, look at these guys. They're doing stuff we haven't seen before. Yeah, you know why? Because it's stuff you haven't seen before. It's a new offense. Dang it. Nobody want to hear how great it is. Just, all right, it's new. That looks cool. Like, y'all got used to the other offense. That's one thing about playing your own offense in practice. Being a defender, you start to know y'all plays. Like, I know what y'all doing. Every time you go in motion, I know you run a drag. Come on, man, stop playing. So then when you get a new offense, he goes in motion, and he just stops and tries to come and crack back. You're like, what is that? Oh, this looks amazing, man. These guys are out here giving us great looks, things we haven't seen in a while. Okay. You haven't seen him in a while. That is not very profound. That's not profound at all. It's just a new offense. Let it go. All right. The third question is, the Minnesota Vikings are in no major rush to extend superstar wide receiver Justin Jefferson, who out there doing that thing. He's only 3 years into a rookie deal that has 2 years left with a 5th-year option, so not in a major rush to do it right now. You're right. I hate to sound like the company man I am. Why am I a company man? Because if I actually run a company, like that's one. But two, y'all should be company men because then you understand what I'm talking about. Dog, the dollars don't even make sense. Now, there's only 2 ways to play it. Pay them now because you know it's going to be cheaper now than it is later. That's great, but it ain't cheap right now. Or 2, let's see how this plays out. I got 3 more years with this dude, minimum, maybe 4. I could franchise him 5th-year option, then franchise him 4. Then I can franchise him again 5 more years at this level. Or you want me to just say, nah, I'm just going to pay him, boom, because that's going to be cheaper than that. Well, that's one way to run an organization, but when you haven't won it all, maybe you want to build around him at this level, build around him, and then we win it all, you're going to get that. I got you. We won it all. But if we have not winning it all, we just kind of competitive, playoff contending, not championship contending, what's the rush to give it to him? But I do love him. I think he's a beast. He's the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. Where is he ranked? He top 3 for sure, but some days I look at Tyreek Hill, like even though it's hard, it's easy to disrespect Tyreek Hill. It's hard to really assess him because he's just so damn fast. But that dude is silly. Like he a lot, dog. He a lot. That speed kills, as they say. Obviously, you know, you got Diggs, Stephon Diggs. You got to respect. I hate to get to that top tier and just start breaking them down because them dudes are all interchangeable in terms of greatness. So yeah, if you say he's your number 1, I am not here to yell at you. All right, so now what else we got here? Mikey P is saying, Marcellus, I think you're amazing. Since I work with you, your life changed, man. Let me stop. Mikey P done with it, man. He a great dude, but he ain't coming out here to hang with his boy. No, sir. He got to stay back and work. One of us does.